Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if you're joining me through YouTube, make sure that you're subscribed, and you can subscribe just down below here. Make sure you're also a part of my Stampin' with Diane group, and that is down below as well. And that's where I do put some PDFs out there. I put some templates out there. I share an awful lot of things on that particular Facebook group. So welcome to my Now What series. Now, this one's just a tiny bit different than one that I've done in the past. And it's like the catalog is retiring. Now what? And that is something that, yes, happy Easter weekend to you as well. But this is one of those ones, it's so confusing a lot of the time. So you know what? I'm just going to go straight on down to my desktop here, and let's go through some of this. And I'm going to show you some samples because this is something that people have asked me to do. Hello. Oh, your internet's working. Well, I don't know what's happening back east, but I know my son has in Montreal hasn't had power since 6 o'clock last night. So I don't know what's going on with that. In any event, this is the annual catalog is retiring. It goes until May the 1st, and I have to say that I probably sympathize with an awful lot of them, with you that you haven't been able to get some stuff. But honestly, I always say get the stuff before it even goes on even a reduced thing. So I'm just going to actually kind of do a bit of a walkthrough and kind of maybe shed some light on some things. Now, this whole bundle has retired. So let me just show you a couple of I've done some, this is done with the teacup and, of course, Hues of Happiness, but we've made some different things like this. I've got a couple of cards here that I can show you. This uses that fantastic designer series paper. It is retiring. It's going. It's not going to be around at all. So if you like it, get it now. If you like this designer series paper, get it now. And these Memories and More cards are awesome. They comes with cards and envelopes. So that's something that would be really good to get. This is staying. This is staying. But remember, anything that is in a bundle, this is a general rule. Anything that's in a bundle will not be priced as a bundle. So this won't be a bundle. This won't be a bundle. So if you were liking some of the things that are staying and you like the 10% off, I'd say get it while you can. This stamp set, I love sentiment stamp sets. It's retiring. And this is one that I just used the other day with the Happy Mother's Day. Yeah. So these two are staying. I'm just sort of focusing more on the ones that are retiring. This one was around for quite a few years, and it was $1 million achiever, and it was Connie Stewart. And I remember making this particular card with that. So that one was a fun one with the Nothing Better Than, and I use those foam adhesive sheets on there as well. And then of course this daffodil one's retiring. And you know what, it's so funny, I try to find some samples with some of these, and honestly I don't know where they all went. So this one's got even a celebration from last year, but there was a card that I had done last year with it. Of course, I didn't have any of this. This one, you guys, everything is retiring from this. The dies are retiring. This is one of those hybrid embossing folders. This one was so much fun to play with. I just love this whole suite. So, I can tell that this has been around for a while in my bunch of cards because it's a little, things have been happening to it. Now, I never ever got this particular one, but I do have some samples with it because I got them in swaps. So I can give you a chance to see what those ones are as well. Now, I believe, though, that this punch is staying. I'm pretty sure it's staying. But it was one I never, ever really got into. The tulips are retiring, and I actually just took a tulip card down, and I can't even remember where I put it. in any event. This, if you like the greetings, they are staying. Yeah, this one was very pretty with, yes. All right. Now, of course, the poppies are gone, and I do not have any cards that are readily available with the poppies at all. This is retiring as well. So, like I say, rule of thumb is every time that you actually see a bundle, is think that it's retiring. These two are staying. However, you do not save the 10% with this one, either one of these, because it's not going into the new catalog as a bundle. So that's really important that you do know that one. This is staying. I'm so happy about this. I love this. I never had this one. I had it, I guess, but anyways, I never really did anything with it. I did have something made with this, but the card's gone. And then, of course, the sunflowers. The sunflowers are, we did one with for the Ukraine, and then I also did this one for the Ukraine as well, using the sunflowers. We're going to miss that. I think this is one of my favorite sayings in there is the thanks a bunch and let's celebrate you. What a great sentiment. And I love this one. This one was fun with this. It had the crafts and everything with it. And then, of course, it also had the bucket and the apples. So I had gone ahead and made this one as well. So all I'm doing is giving you some card or some different samples of what you could do with it. And you can stop and just watch the video just to see the inspiration from it. Now, I never got this one. This one just did nothing for me. And I had this, but this was one that came out about 2 years ago, and I used it an awful lot. And then I don't know where the things are, but they had some great dies that went along with it. Just wanted to say that sort of stuff. This is staying. These are retiring. And then these are retiring, both of these. I never really had either one of these, so can't really help you out. Now, another thing, if you're seeing certain things, and I do have the dies and the stamp sets for them, and you can't get them in the store, reach out to me because I can sell those to you after May the 2nd, and I'll honor it with a BOGO. This one was probably one of my favorite two-step Christmas sets. And you know what? Do I even have that? I have one card with it that I can find. So this was one that was a gift card holder, and that used this one, and it had these dies. Of course, you can see some other dies that are retired on there as well. I have no idea where my samples went with this. I think it probably went away to a grandchild. So this one, I just love this one. And I never really even got to show this one off. I did it in a video, but because I had done it with the magnetic platform, it didn't really, I didn't really show it. So yes, those ones were two cute ones. I love this little cute little elephant. So yeah, it's pretty sad, let me tell you. What else have we got here? Of course, yeah, these things are retiring. I don't have anything with any of these. This one isn't, and it kind of shocks me, really. What do you think? This one really does shock me. But the Well Done one, I had done this. It was a Post-it note holder. It's such a cute thing. The punch is going as well. And the Party Puffins, I'd done a couple of things with that. This was happened to be a swap that I had with that. I never got this one. And I had this one, and I have no idea where my sample is on that one as well. Thank you for staying with me. I really do appreciate this Abigail Rose. Oh my goodness. You guys, it was a gorgeous set. So you're going to probably see, if you follow me on my techniques, you'll see a lot of the cards that have techniques. I used the Abigail Rose on there. I used, this was one that we had done with a Stampin' Up sort of thing. And then this is a beautiful scrapbook thing that I got from somebody as a gift. Beautiful. And that's using the designer series paper as well. And I gave this one away. Eden's Garden was another really pretty one that is retiring. The dies have retired as well. This one's a beautiful card I just got the other day with the dies. So it just shows you, right? Now, what else have we got here? So if you're liking this, give me the thumbs up. The Happy Hedgehogs are staying around. I didn't do any samples with that. This one was one that I really liked. I think the punch is staying. It's one of those punches that you can make different. It makes 6 different size things, but I love this. Plentiful Plants. We did lots and lots of cards with that. This is the only one that I can find as a sample. And then, honestly, you guys, this is the best sentiment. An obstacle is often a stepping stone. And this is the one. Alone, we can do so little. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. And that's what I did in this particular card. Now, one thing to remember, this background is staying, but that is the stamp set that I used on there. I love this stamp set. Really was upset to see this one go. Then I have this one. Now, I'm starting to get into an awful lot of the cards that I've used for my my techniques. This was a water wash technique using this stamp set. This one also came with dies, and I think we can go ahead after May and sell these dies. So I'm excited. A Wash and Beauty I used for a couple of different techniques, actually. This was the embedded embossing, and then this one was rock and roll was this technique. Oh, and then this Just Because came from there. In any event, that one's there. And I was quite shocked that this one was retiring. Excuse me. But beautiful card there. And of course, all these sentiments, they always seem to retire the sentiments. This one I had done with a technique as well. This was direct to rubber technique, and that was just a sympathy card that I had there. I didn't have this one. This one comes with the punch. It's retiring, but I did get, I got a swap with that. So, and then this one as well. I got another swap with that. This one really kind of upsets me, and I'll tell you, this one, I just love this stamp set that says little card, big thanks. Amazing. And then, of course, Forever Fern is retiring. There's no part of it that's going to be there. And I know I've made many, many cards with this, probably more with the designer series paper, but this was one that I did for the chalkboard or the blackboard technique as well. So like I say, you're going to see an awful lot of my retired cards that were made for techniques. And I have this. So I have a couple cards with this. This one was for a recycled blog that I had done. So I used a piece from a box actually on there. And I don't have any samples of this, which is really quite unusual. And these were some blogs. I remember doing that. This is sticking around, but remember, if you like the bundle, you're not going to get the 10%, but all of it is getting carried over. Only the punch is carried over in this case. Love, love, love this one. This one's carrying over. This Whiskey Business is really kind of a cute card for a masculine card or the stamp set. This one's carrying over, but not with the 10% bundle. So that's something to really watch for. Grassy Grove is carrying over as well. And I don't have any of those stamps. I didn't even, but it is carrying over, but not the 10%, not carrying over. This one, I have used this for this technique, which was the alcohol to vellum, was this technique using this stamp set. And also this was using that cotton paper, using that beautiful stamp set. This is carrying over. don't know, but it is carrying. Oops. Is it carrying over? I'm not sure on that one, so I'll have to check on that. I've got a pile of cards, so let me just move them so they don't get close to my heater. All right, what have we got here? This one, I just showed this one the other day on my blog. This was the stencil water wash. But I'd done that back in December. What else have we got here? Oh, it's carrying over, but not at the discount. So this one is retiring. So of course there's this one was a beautiful Wisteria Wonder. This was a spanner card that I had made for a class. And then we'd also done this spanner class, which was a peekaboo card. This one's carrying over. Kind of shocks me, but it's carrying over, but not as a bundle with the vellum that's attached. And of course, the mountain and that. I did show you one with this. Oh, no, I didn't. So here's this. This is retiring as well. And so are the jars and everything else. And see, that was from that sunflower stamp. Retiring. The ranunculus is retiring. Beautiful. Such a beautiful stamp set. This was one of those slider cards, and this was a gatefold card as well. So anyways, and this one's staying. I don't know. I don't get it, but that's okay. This is staying, but not a discount. So are you getting kind of the drift where it's saying that any of the ones that are carrying over are not getting carried over as a bundle? So when you see the last chance list, what happens is it says it's retiring, but it's retiring as a bundle. All the designer series paper is also retired. I'm glad to see that this is staying. I don't have anything with that. This one here, fun. I've done quite a few cards actually with this one. I also did this card, which was one of my first cards for the technique class. So there's that. This one retired, but the year before they retired the dies, so I have no idea. This one's retired, but not the dragonfly punch, but this one hasn't. And I love this happy birthday, so I'm happy with that. Now, honestly, probably one of the stamp sets that I've used the most is the hand penned. And we did it for a stamp camp. Beautiful cards with that. This was a calendar I'd done. I've done a couple of different things with this. I haven't even shown you the real. Oh, there's this one that I did for a technique, which was the mosaic technique. And then, of course, this one as well, using the designer series paper. Excellent stamp. But it's retiring. And then, of course, the Hues of Happiness is another one that is completely retiring. And honestly, I've done so many cards. This was one with the designer series paper. I do happen to know the designer series paper has sold out. But I had done a couple of things. These bags are also retiring, and I had sponged this. And of course, the beloved Bermuda Bay. My goodness, I'm going to miss that. Just some other cards. These were ones I actually got in a swap. These aren't even my cards. Let's see what else have I got here. This is retired. I was done with this a couple of years ago. I never did anything with that. They're staying. I don't know anything about this. I never did it. Now, this Alphabet is staying, but not as the bundle. I'm starting to sound like a real broken record. Yes, the hand pen was gorgeous. And this one was amazing too, because it came with hexagons, and the hexagons are gone. It's kind of sad. And a lot of these different background stamps retired. I did one with this. I do not know where the card is, but it was a technique. This one's staying around. This one, oh my goodness, you guys. The Brilliant Butterflies. There's so many cards that you could do with these. No, that was another one that I had done. I'd done this with another technique. So, yeah, beautiful cards. Another one that did retire was this Christmas one, and it carried over. So this one was such a neat one to retire. These daisies, dry brush. Oh, so many of these. This one stayed. This one stayed. Not too many. And of course, this retired as well. So there's lots of things that retired out of this book. I haven't even gone and talked about the paper, but I think honestly, I've talked about the paper. I cannot wait. I'd expedited my order and I'd hoped that it had come in. Now, just to let you know about this mini catalog, there are a few things that have retired, and I'm only going to show you those that are actually retiring and not carrying forward. I'm just watching my time. We're okay. A lot of carryovers, but no bundle price. I don't like all this stuff is this has retired. So I have a few of those cards. This was another technique that I had done. So they've retired. Losing the bundle price. Losing the bundle price. And the DSP. The DSP is just to die for, right? This one we're losing the bundle price. So I've got a couple of samples that I'd done with that. There's a couple of these. This was a swap and this was mine. So losing the bundle price. Didn't have this one. It is retiring, no. And of course this hello, which goes with the beautiful designer series paper, and I showed that off quite a bit during celebration. And then this one was the floating it was a floating technique. I can't remember off the top of my head. Seaside Bay by the Bay is sticking around. However, your paper is retiring. So you're very excited about the new ink colors. So am I. I was supposed to get mine, like I say, today, and I thought I would get it, but I didn't. Now, this Nested Friends is, oh, I just love this stamp set. And the dies are retiring, but not the stamp set, and it's getting carried forward. And this was a little confusing in the book. The honeybee. This one, I've got a couple of samples with the honeybee. The stamp set is staying, but not the dies. So you're losing all these beautiful dies in there. So I'm just saying, this, I think, carried forward. Usually on the earlier catalog in the beginning of the year, a lot carries forward. These ones, whoops, sorry, you can't see those. The spots and the stripes retired. So there's this one and this one I had done with the spots. They've retired. This turtle didn't. Oh, Petal Park, Sentimental Park, the designer series paper is retiring, and so are these Milky Dots. The bundle prices are going, just to let you know. And you have up until, well, quantities lost, but also you do have up until May the 1st to get these as a bundle. So yes, and this happens to be the monthly club is using this particular one, the Petal Park. This is retired. This is staying, but not the bundle price. None of the bundles have carried over. This is retired. This is retired. I don't have anything with those. Don't have anything with these. The gnomes. They're actually getting rid of our gnomes. Like there's so many cute sort of ideas with the gnomes, but they sure were adorable while we had them, right? And even the dies are gone. So our little dancing gnome is gone. Okay, this one did retire a long time ago because they sold out. This one's retiring. Never had this one. So this one's retiring. This one's retiring as well, and that happens to be one that I used. This was the alcohol, and that I used that, the stamp set. And this is not retiring, so I actually got it, and I can't wait to show you a technique using this Taco Fiesta. And I had used this just yesterday. The Sweet Citrus is carrying forward, not at the bundle price. Okay. And this, oh, the paper's retiring. Can't remember about this embossing folder. I'm at a loss for that, but these carried over, but not at the bundle price. This is carrying forward, and this carried forward with these really neat punches. This retired. The Dainty Delight has carried over, not as a bundle price, but it has carried over. The Ginkgo leaves, they are retiring. Now, this is the one I've done the bubble wrap technique with. So like I say, I've used a lot of these retiring ones with some of my techniques, that's for sure. This one, how sad this one's going. This is The Greatest Journey, like so. Remember, I am going to be selling mine, and our BOGO's not until July or August. So if you're wanting any of these bundles, what I say I have. I know this one's spoken for, so. And then the thistles, I didn't get this one, but it came with a in a swap that I was in, and it was dyes as well. These two are sticking around. This one's retiring, and I've shown this one in my Now What series, actually. This was really kind of a neat one. I thought this was a great stamp. And then this one, out of, I think, all of the ones that are retiring, I'm the most upset about, because one, the ovals are gone, and then these beautiful stamps. And honestly, I have used this so many times. This was the popping pastel technique. Just some beautiful cards. A lot of these are probably ones for classes. This was a spanner card. Just so pretty. Yeah, so very upsetting about this particular one. This one's retiring. I never really got into this one that much. This one's retiring. Now this one's staying. I love this embossing folder. I believe it's staying, but the paper in that, and I'd used this paper for my thank you cards that I had for last month. So this one's getting carried over. Don't know. And it comes with the dies, but not as a bundle. And then this one also is retiring. And this one as well. No, I don't know about this one. In any event, lots are retiring, and it must have blown your mind with seeing what all is retired. However, like I say, I would have them. So if there's certain ones that you want, you could reach out to me on, because I will be selling them. Don't forget that you can only get them while they last. Any of your demonstrators cannot sell any of their product until May the 2nd. So I can reserve it for you if you're wanting some. And you know what? I'll honor it as a BOGO item as well. Just because. So what is happening? I hope that was okay for you. It's not a typical Now What series, but I just wanted you to see some of the projects that you can make with them, or some of the projects that I have made with them. And so that you have a better understanding. Like I say, when they say something's retiring, it's retiring as a bundle in most cases. The annual catalog, quite a bit did retire. All right. So I will see you on Saturday, 10 o'clock for my sketch challenge. And I will do the draw for sure. I will have the draw done by Saturday for last month's to give away either a tutorial or a stamp set. And yeah, I hope to see you. If you have any questions at all, there's lots of things happening in my world. If you live in Canada, I have a product share. I have an in color club. I have a refresh color club. I have the product shares. And of course, I've got my regular monthly card clubs, which this month is the Pedal Park. And the Your Creativity Awaits is Irresistible Hello or Irresistible Blooms or Hello Irresistible. And happy Easter to everybody. That's right. It's Easter this weekend. I'm hoping I'm going to have an Easter gift, which means that I'll get my colors and that sort of stuff tomorrow, but I'm not counting on it. They're saying it's coming tomorrow, but I really don't think so. In any event, everybody, have a great evening, have a great day, and have a great Easter weekend. I will see you on Saturday. Anyways, bye for now.